Muhammad wa Muhammad salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa jafajum. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. This is the first morning of Ramadan, probably. There was some moon discrepancy. Every year seems to be some moon issue, and two Eids, yay. Let's start today with the praise of Allah. So every day, not every day, but yeah, every day there's a daily naqsh, right? Here's what it looks like, right? I got these printed from um I I had this I'll show the book another day. It's this old pink book that used to have it's a Tawfat al book. And inside of it, they have a Mafatul Janan too, but these are daily naqsh. And as you can see, this is for Tuesday, right? And glancing at this naqsh on Tuesdays would be for atonement of your sins and also protects you from maladies, right? You can see it. Here it is, right? And then at the bottom, it gives you a little dua, right? A little, it's a praise of Allah, right? A name of Allah. Now, the 99 names of Allah, what they do is, the 99 names that Allah calls himself in the Quran. And that's ways that we could associate. We're not supposed to. We can never associate with Allah. You know, he's one, which means he has no parts and no association. So there's no way we could begin to understand Allah. But to give us some nearness to Allah, he calls himself these names, right? And one of the names he calls himself is Yaqabido, right? Yaqabido. It says here to be recited 1,003 times after morning prayers, and your legitimate desires will be fulfilled, right? 1,003 times. Now that's it seems like a lot, but it takes about 10 minutes to do that. Maybe less actually if you just stick and do it. You can get one of those Thusby counters. I don't have one on my desk right now, or else I would show it to you. Um so today's first man, this was tough to get up and do this. I was asleep. I was not trying to get up for Sari today, but it was first Ramzan. And so, I wanted to make sure that the kids ate and you know, everyone had some food. So, um, so let's still have to get up for Saturday. So, and I was planning on doing the show, so I'm up, but it was very, very difficult. I like to sleep in, um, every day, right? But it's a lot of sawab to stay up after Fajr namaz, and I figure this is a good time to start a good habit, right? And I personally felt like my day would go better if I woke up. I'd be psychologically and emotionally ready for the challenges of the day if I stayed up after Sari and after Fajr namaz, if that's what's recommended. Plus daylight saving time's just hit, so it's probably as good a time as any for me to stay up after Fajr. I don't know if this is going to continue, obviously, past this Ramadan, but hopefully during Ramadan, I'll try to do this morning show every day. Now, a couple things you might ask is why, if it's so hard to get up, why am I doing this morning show now instead of just recording it earlier and posting it as a morning show? Well, because I wanted the morning vibes, right? It's really important that I match your vibe while you're on your way to work or whatever you're doing in the morning and listening to the show. And if you're listening to it in the afternoon, I mean, it's called the morning show. So who are you kidding? Is my name for this show. After this, I think it'll be called if I still do it. Maybe we'll talk about that later. But and so as I was logging in and naming it, I decided to name it. So who are you kidding me? Because I'm very tired, and I thought that would be kind of funny name for it. So now, this show hopefully will be going on for all of Ramadan, and I'll be calling it. So who are you kidding me? And I will record it after Sahoor, after Sari, Fajr time. So I'll get it for Sari, eat all the way till I'm sock, or at least hydrate, pass out, get woken up. Even though I'm trying to sleep, or I'll try to stay up, I guess, on the couch, and I'll probably end up passing out and then get woken up, and then do my namaz and come here. Hopefully I'll stay up and get some Quran read. That would be very nice, right? So the first thing we're gonna do on this show every day, I want to drop some poetry. I'm not doing it this morning. I'm too tired. In the intro, I did send out a clip that I recorded last night. Please listen to it. And look, if my bars are weak and my flow it's lame, let me know. I try to I try to be a poet, and I do that because I learned Hazrat Abbas and his mother, Bani, were poets, and his kids and his grandkids, Hazrat Abbas's kids, who survived Karbala, had a couple youngins that survived Karbala, and he had some grandkids, and they were all his family was scholars and poets, and Allah sent the Quran down in this month in the form of poetry, right? He sent us guidance in the form of poetry, and so that's when I realized poetry is a very, very important part of Islamic being a Muslim, right? Allah's gift to us is poetry, and so it's really important it became really important to me to uh, to work on my poetry, and I think that as American Muslims, we're underrepresented in the United States and throughout the world. What that means is, our traditions, our cultures, there's alams, there's matam, there's marcia, there's noha, but they don't represent who we are as Americans. Our poetry style, our style of mourning, our style of connecting, it gets lost because our parents were immigrants and trying to, rightfully so, keep the culture, right? And so who we are, we didn't never got to explore it. And so I think it's really important for us to do things, write poetry and get together as American Muslims so we could understand what kind of traditions hit with us, right? So we could, it's really important to establish your relationship with Allah, right? Whether he's your Lord or your friend, um, right? He's your master, he's the grantor of your prayers, whatever relationship you have with Allah. It's more to establish that relationship, and with our living Imam Mahdi Islam. Okay, so before we proceed, let's do a Fatiha for our marhum. This is a little something it's the translation of Fatiha that MWA, Muslims with Allah, uh, Muslims with Muslims with Allah, not Muslims with attitude. If you give us our prayers, we'll be Muslims with altitude, right? My daughter said that when she introduced MWA at Zayn's annual Poetry Islam. Um, Inshallah, they'll have another one this year. And so this is a little drop of it's the translation for Fatiha that we had written, MWA had written, and so let's start with that. I'm gonna try to do as much in English in this, even if we do ours, I'm gonna do most of them in English because this is, even though it's highly recommended to read your duas in Arabic, because the meaning gets lost when you translate it, and there are some things you can only say a certain way and certain, and so I'm not, this this is just and again, look, this is entertainment purposes, inspirational purposes. If I say something inaccurate, if I say something wrong, don't roast me, just let me know. I'm not here to misguide anybody. I'm not here to offend anybody. Sometimes I do say insensitive things because I think it's hilarious, and it's not. So call me on it, check me out. I'm your brother, and if you're listening to this, you got the link either from me or from somebody very close to me. I don't know how else you would stumble on it really, but just let me know. Let me know if I'm saying something you don't agree with, something that's inaccurate, something you don't like. And I'll keep that into mind. Anyways, so before we proceed any farther, let's do something important. Please, for our deceased, the gift of Fatiha. Let's send them the blessings of 2 Qurans on behalf of all of our marhum. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa jaw farajahum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Every praise to Allah, Lord of the worlds, the most beneficent, most merciful. Master of the day of judgment, I seek only you. I beseech your help in everything that I do. Keep me on the straight path, the path that is true, the path of those who have gained favors by you, not the path of those who have earned your wrath, nor those who deviated from your guided path. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, most merciful. Say Allah is the singular numeral. There is nothing but Allah we need in this world. He begets not, nor begotten is He. Allah is the only OG. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, most merciful. Say Allah is the singular numeral. There is nothing but Allah we need in this world. He begets not, nor begotten is he. Allah is the only OG. Allah send blessings on Muhammad's family. May he quickly return by living Imam to me. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So, when you say Fatiha, Surah Fatiha is the first surah in the Quran. And when you recite that, you get the sawab of reciting an entire Quran. Inshallah, Allah gives us that sawab. And when you say Surah Ikhlas, aka Surah Tawheed, aka Surah Kulula, three times, Allah gives you the sawab of what? Reciting the whole Quran. So at the beginning of the drop, it says, please, for our deceased, to give to Fatiha. Let's send them the blessings of two Qurans. That's literally what we're trying to do when we send when we do Fatiha, right? When we perform the act of Fatiha. Not recite Surah Fatiha, but performing the act of Fatiha is reciting Surah Al-Hamd, one time in Surah Ikhlas, three times to give our marhum. Our marhum means those who have deceased, right? Marhum is deceased and marhuma is deceased women, right? So you know, um so when you say our marhum, that means all of our deceased, right? And so this month is really important to remember them. Go to the cemetery, do things to remember your loved ones. Best thing you could do is to give to Fatiha. Let's send them the blessings of two Qurans, right? Kind of cool. I say that because I wrote it. And, so, anyways, uh, so way I like to do Fatiha is, and I look at it. I didn't do it this time because I need to work it into the English. But whenever I do it, Fatiha normally, I will start with reciting salawat three times at the beginning. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa farajum. Allah send blessings on Muhammad's family. May quickly return my living Imam to me. That's what that means, right? And I do it three times at the beginning, three times at the end. And I look at it as if I'm wrapping a gift, right? The Fatiha, my Fatiha is a gift. When you send a gift, if you're really excited about the gift and you really love the person, you go and you get, wrapping paper and new wrapping paper. So you get the stuff from the garage that's all like wrinkled, right? Sometimes you find cool stuff in there. I think I have some shack wrapping paper in my garage, but you find some stuff, find some wrapping paper. Oh, this one's cool. This has the color that I want, and this says happy birthday on it, or whatever event you want, you wrap it up, right? Now, if you really like the person, sometimes you'll wrap it up and you'll do what you'll get a box and you'll wrap the box and you'll put in the box and then you'll wrap the box and then you put the box in a bag and then you put a bow on it, right? And so that's all we're doing is we're wrapping our Fatiha up with the best thing we can, all right? And that's blessings to Prophet Muhammad, the family of Prophet Muhammad. When you pray for Prophet Muhammad, the family of Prophet Muhammad, what do? They pray for you. What more do you want? The person closest to Allah is going to pray for you. Uh, that's pretty awesome. That's the best dua you could do for anything. 20 of your gunai kabir as the high sins are forgiven when you do salawat, right? Let's do salawat five times, right? For forgiveness of my sins and your sins. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa jal farajum. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa jal farajum. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa jal farajum. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa jal farajum. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa jal farajum. Allah send blessings on Muhammad's family. Quickly return by living Imam to me. Today's actually Tuesday, and last time I was at the Qabristan, the one in Laverne. It's called Wadi Salam. My father's buried there. And we were doing a majlis that was being, hosted by, Nisar uncle, and Jawad was MC, and he did a beautiful job. Tiago, what he did was he um explained. We did tawassul, and he explained that somebody asked, I believe it was Imam Hassan Askari alayhi salam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, send blessings on Muhammad's family. Quickly return my living Imam to me. That what the best way to recite salawat was, and he presented him with Dawat Tawassul. Said this is the best way. So hopefully our salawat is adequate. Allah, please accept our salawat. But the right way to recite salawat is in the form of Dawat Tawassul. which is recommended to recite tonight on it's for Ramadan for a lot of people, and it's also Tuesday night, right? So Tuesday tawassul, right? And I was thinking connotate like that. So get your tacos, get you a tawassul, and you have a good Tuesday. So now next order of business that I'm gonna try to do every morning is boom. I'm gonna show you guys the naqsh, right? And I want you to look at it. I used to do this since I was a kid. I'll show you the book. I don't feel like getting up right now. Today's first day, so I'm super lazy. And let's see how today's show goes. But underneath it says Yakabido. Now, if you recite Yakabido 1,003 times, your legitimate desires will get fulfilled, right? Legitimate desire means ask for a good dua, right? Ask for something good. When I do this, so I'll tell you a story about this. I had a friend who was had a really big problem, right? He called me. He says, "Come on, give me a dua." I don't know any duas. I just know, I just know dua. My dua is I talk to Allah, right? But something came to occur to me. I said, okay, listen, next Tuesday morning, I think it was like a Thursday or something, right? The next Tuesday morning, what you do? Wake up, do Fajr namaz on time, okay? After Fajr namaz, I want you to recite Salawat 100 times. After Salat 100 times, right? Why do I? Because now you're getting, though the way I look at it is you're getting Allah's attention, right? I have Allah's attention. Allah pays more attention to you than you're paying to me, and that I'm paying to do this podcast. Like Allah's attention to us is inconceivable. We do not understand how much Allah sees us and sees you. You can't hide from Allah. Allah sees you for who you are. Allah sees you for what you are, and sees you and constantly sees you, does it gives you more attention than we ever want from anyone or anything. That's the attention Allah gives us. But when you said salawat, uh send blessing on Prophet Muhammad and the family of Prophet Muhammad, they receive these blessings and they pray for you, and now they're praying for you while you're praying for yourself. And so the next thing I said to do is do astaghfirullah rabbi wa tu boile, right? Ya Allah, please forgive all of my sins, my Lord, right? So forgive every single one of my sins, my Lord. Astaghfirullah wa tu boile. It's rough translation is forgive all of my sins, my Lord, right? And after that, thank Allah, shukr, alhamdulillah, right? Thank you, shukr is thanks, all praise be to Allah, alhamdulillah, right? Do that 100 times. And after that, do this Yakabido 1,003 times, right? It's so quick, Yakabido, 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 Yakabido. I'm not going to do it 1,003 times, or yet, I'll do it later on. I should have done it before this podcast, or right. I don't know, the podcast, the morning show. It doesn't matter what I call it. So who are you kidding me, right? So who are you kidding me? Am I up right now? Um, but the meaning, I always thought it was ironic because, and anyway, so he did this and his problem was solved, dude. And every morning, every Tuesday, I get up and I'm not gonna say I get up for Fajr namaz every Tuesday, but when I wake up on Tuesdays, the weeks when I'm lucky, is when I wake up on time for namaz and do this dua right away. Uh, Weeks when I'm lucky is I do namaz and I do this dua whenever, right? It's just to do it after Fajr namaz, right? So I try to do it before Zohar because after Fajr namaz means before Zohar to me, but it should be done right after your Fajr namaz that you pray on time, right? Yaqabido means a restrainer, right? The restrainer. Think about that, man. The restrainer. Allah is the one that withholds stuff, restrains stuff from us. The withholder, the restrainer. We're asking Him to open up, to loosen the rope, right? To loosen his hold on our rosy and granting our du'as, right? Right. Oh restrainer, oh restrainer, oh withholder, oh he who keeps things from me, oh he who stops things from coming to me, oh he who stops my du'as from getting kabuled. Oh, he who is in control of what I get and then keeps things from getting to me, right? The strainer, the withholder, right? That's what this means, right? You're saying, oh, please, he who restrains, he who withholds, he who restrains, he who withholds. Don't withhold these du'as from me, right? And then you ask for du'a. And I think it's very powerful. And I say it's very powerful because I ask for ridiculous things and I get ridiculous things, right? Um, it's the Allah gives and gives and needs nothing from us. That's what you need to understand. Uh, and it's important that he needs nothing from us because if he needed from us, he would never give us anything because there's nothing we can give Allah. that would benefit him. A is the creator of everything, and B, we're lowly. Like, we're destitute, lowly. You look at an ant, and what can an ant give to you, right? Right. Allah's bigger than we are, and we're smaller than ants are. You understand what I'm saying? And ants, probably don't sin the way that I do, right? So I'm a sinner, and I'm gonna go give something to the best of the best. That's impossible. Impossible, right? So I send blessings to those who He loves, and say, Allah, I love those who You love, right? Morning vibes. I get a little emotional in the morning. I apologize. The withholder, the restrainer. Think about that. Everything that you get is from Allah, and everything you don't get it because of Allah. That's it. Simple, right? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, right? So the Rahman is a giver of everything, but he's also Yaqabido. He's also with the holder, the limiter, right? He's the one who stops, oh, they're not going to get this. Oh, you think you're going to get to work on time? Boom, there's some traffic, dog, right? Oh, you think you're going to get an award today? Boom, you got late to school now. You're not happening. Oh, you studied and you're so sure that you're so smart, you're going to get an A. Boom, there's, you missed a very easy question. When I was in high school, long back in the day, right? We had a Spanish test, and it was the highest I ever scored on any test ever, right? It was a 99, and I missed one question, and it was hola. I spelled it Olah, and I got everything else right, right? You see what I'm saying? So that's what happens sometimes, right? Happens, right? Allah's the withholder. Oh, the withholder. Oh, my limiter. My withholder, my limiter. You stop things from coming to me that I want. You stop things from coming to me that I need. You stop things that coming, not that I need. You give me everything I need. You stop things from coming to me that I expect, right? Don't give me everything, this world and the hereafter, right? Think about that. Who are you going to ask for that? I'm a sinner, but I want more. And I want in this world, and I want heaven in the hereafter. But I don't just want heaven. I want to be in the seventh level of heaven, right? I want to be in the highest level, because if I'm not next to Prophet Muhammad and the family of Prophet Muhammad, then I failed, right? I failed in this world. Failed, right? So Ya Kabido, Ya Kabido, Ya Kabido, Ya Kabido, the withholder, the withholder. May Allah grant all of our prayers. And when you do these prayers, right, please keep me and my marhum in mind, especially my father, Marhum Tahir Mumin. A lot of you guys remember him. I don't need to get into details about how great he was, but he was the man, dude. Um, if you get inspiration in the morning, oh, so why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? It's Ramadan. I'm doing this for me, so I could get up and then get my day started positively. And a few years ago, I started recording a little bit about the names of Allah. Each day, I would send one off in an audio file, and people were listening to it. And I realized that it's Ramadan, and people listen to inspirational things in the morning. Whether you listen to Kevin and Bean Salon, I don't know, whatever your morning show is. I'm a Dan Patrick guy. Colin Cowherd, I used to hate him, but he hits now. I think who's that guy with him? Not Max, Money Mac or something. Mac. And anyways, he's some dude that's just with Colin Cowherd. They're pretty good together. I listen to sports talk radio. I don't really like listening about politics and stuff like that, and other talk shows. So my jam is sports talk radio, listening to the same story and hypotheticals over and over again. As you can see, I am a Chicago Bulls fan. They got whooped yesterday. Luca had another triple double. Guy's crazy, right? The guy makes me wonder why I'm not better at basketball, to be honest with you. Can't get much better than me, anyways. But yeah, I got rings. Um, and yeah, the Bulls got beat. I don't know where that's going. We were talking about how I listen to sports talk radio, right? But the month of Ramadan, whatever people do on the way into work, maybe you want some inspiration, and maybe this will provide some morning inspiration to you, right? To you and whoever's listening. Now, the next thing I want to do every day is, if you go to duas.org, I would tell you how to get to this page, but I'm gonna have to look it up because I found it earlier when I was. So I do this. I have this I ordered a Ramadan advent calendar. I don't know if it should be called an advent calendar because it's a Ramadan calendar, but it's kind of like based off of the whole advent calendar concept, right? Where every day you open up like a drawer in Ramadan, right? And so inside of it, I put a daily dua. You're supposed to recite these duas during the day in Ramadan. And so I put the dua in there and then a couple toys and let the kids open it after they get home from school and do their namaz, right? Just a way for them to pass and for us to kind of get into the Ramadan hype, right? Hype is important, dude. Allah tells you to hype, right? When you do rosa, you're supposed to keep an intention for rosa. When you do namaz, you keep an intention for namaz, right? That's hype, right? And it's you're attending, but you also think about it. Allah always the presentation of everything is important, right? You don't just go and fast. You go and do seri, and you get up and right, and hyping it up is very the spiritual connection of hyping something up is profound, right? And so it's important to hype yourself up for Ramadan, right? No, that doesn't mean you go decorate. It's funny when people decorate for Ramadan, they put lanterns, right, and moon and a star. That's it, right? That's like Muslim decoration now. Is let's put a lantern and a moon and a star, right? It doesn't have to be like that. I mean, if that's cool, then you do that. But hype is a lot of different things, right? Um, hype is getting up and doing this when you're half asleep. I'm kind of up now, which is good, right? And so, anyways, let's do this daily dua, right? I have it on duas.org. I'll try to find the link for everyone tomorrow. Yeah, so we're talking about the hype and the advent calendar, and so this is the dua that I put in there. Now, last year, what we tried to do was record programming every day, right? Where we would do the evening duas, right? Where do Adisigisa, do some iftitah. We had these daily duas in here, but at night instead of in the day, right? They have night duos too. I don't know why we didn't. Oh, I know why, because they're a little bit longer. These are like a minute long. And so I was like, yeah, let's just drop those. It's fine. It's all about the intention, dude. You know what I mean? Like I could do more. We could all do more, but at least I'm doing something. And I'm not justifying. I'm not saying, yo, look at me. I'm doing. I'm just look. If I'm doing something, you could do something because I am lazy. I am lazy. I am unmotivated. I'm uninspired. I'm a sinner, right? You guys know me, right? And if I'm sitting here in the morning trying to bring you inspiration, you can do great. You can do great, great, great things if I could do this, right? And that's what it is. Period. Anyone who knows me, yes, I talk all of this, but I want you to know anything I can do, you can do better. And that's 100% true. And so if you're like, oh look, Komelba's doing this and Coco does that, and he's got championships and he's got rings, and he drops verse, and whatever, many aspects of thinking I'm dope. You're doper, dude. Like that's just reality. I'm not just saying that the reason why I put myself out there and show people the greatness of being Muslim so you can be greater. And so you can look at me as a normal dude that grew up in Huntington Beach, California, grew up in Orange County, right? Grew up with the same shayateen, shaitan's locked up, but our internal, for Ramzan, right? Shaitan's supposed to be locked up, right? But our internal demons, our shayateen are still there, right? So I have a lot of those, dude. You guys know me, right? But I'm still trying to do something good. And I do that to show you. If I could get up and pray, you could get up and pray. If I could learn to read Quran, because a lot of you remember years ago I couldn't even read Quran properly, right? My dad taught. I finished Quran when I was 5 years old. I'm not gonna lie, right? Before I was out of kindergarten, I finished the Quran, but that was it. I barely read it after that. And as an adult, I started reading Quran, and it was very embarrassing. And then, I'm not saying I'm amazing at it now, but I'm just saying like these are things you can do, and there's no excuse for them, right? And if somebody like me, a sinner who's a lover of the stupid things this world has to offer. I chase them and I love them, and I know you guys don't. Like, you guys don't chase this world the way I do, right? If I can do something that's good, you could do something that's better, right? And so keep that in mind, right? Um, anyway, so these duas that we're gonna do right here every day, there's a different one. Uh, I'm not gonna embarrass myself by reading in Arabic, even though right now I just talked about how I can, right? But they do have there. Let's check this out. See if this works. I'm playing this off of the duas out. So, Beautiful. All right, I stopped it because I don't know how it sounds on the recording, and I don't want to miss waste a minute of not waste, but I don't want to use a minute of airtime to because to not hear a dua. That sounds very beautifully recited, right? But if you go to duas.org website, duas.org /mobile /Ramadan dash daywise daywise dot html. That's how you get there. Duas.org /mobile /Ramadan dash daywise dot html. It'll take you to this page with daywise each eve /day, and then click on one, and it'll give you this dua. You can listen to it, right? It's a minute long if you listen to it. Um, and it translates to this, right? Oh Allah, on this day, please decide my fasting to be the same as the fasting of the true fasters. Oh Allah, on this day, decide my fasting to be the same fasting as the true fasters. Think about that, man. We're gonna fast all day and not be true fasters, dog. Right? How's that gonna happen? Sorry, it's gonna happen because we sin, because we lie, we cheat, we steal, we miss our namaz, we look at things we're not supposed to, we listen to things we're not supposed to. We're gonna spend all day from sun up to sundown, trying to show Allah, trying to do our wajibat, and it's not going to be accepted. But how gracious is Allah that we're going to ask Him on this day, oh Allah, please decide my fast to be the fasting as the true fasters. I mean, next line is decide my acts of worship to be the same acts of worship of the worshippers. Our acts of worship may not be the acts of worship of the worshippers. We might do the same thing that people who worship do, but we're not worshippers. Ya Allah, please accept our acts as if we're worshippers. And please awaken me from slumber of the inadvertent ones. Please awaken me from slumber of the inadvertent ones, right? Don't sleep on your life. Inadvertent means happens haphazardly, right? Accidentally, right? Don't fall backwards into your deen, into your day, into your success. Earn it. Wake up. Awaken me from the slumber of those who fall into things, right? Right? Awaken us from that, right? Awaken me from the slumber. So got a little sleep in my eyes. Let's not be crying, dog. And excuse my offense on this day, O God of the worlds, right? Excuse my offense. We're gonna offend today. This dua already puts it out there, right? I'm gonna offend today. Excuse it. Please pardon me, who pardons the offender, right? Yeah, Allah. What a beautiful dua. Yeah, right. And this is on the first one, what a great goal. Oh Allah, on this day, decide my fasting to be the same as the fasting of the true fasters, and decide my acts of worship to be the same as the worship of the worshippers. And please awaken me from the slumber of the inadvertent ones, and excuse my offense on this day, O God of the worlds, and please pardon me, O He who pardons the offender. Allahumma sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. Said blessings on Muhammad's family. Quickly returned my living imam to me. Um, so Ramadan is here, right? Ramadan is here, and in spirit of the Advent clock, I was thinking about this, right? So, or the Advent calendar. No, actually, I'm gonna talk about that for a little bit. I was saying how we should have our American traditions and this and that, right? Now we shouldn't lose what we're doing, right? We shouldn't lose who we are. And I use Christmas as an example, not to offend anybody, but like look at what Christmas turned into. Like Hazrat Isa, right? Jesus, right? He was a man whose goal in life every day, and his goal in life was to please Allah, right? But every day he had one important daily goal, and that was he wanted to go to sleep with no possessions in this world. He wanted to owe this world nothing and take nothing from this world. And so he would want to sleep with no possessions, right? And then there was a day when he's turning in, he didn't want to own anything, right? And now people literally go into bankruptcy buying presents to celebrate Jesus' birthday. That didn't just happen. That happened because somebody like me back in the day in Rome was like, hey, our Roman traditions are not, and so let's get a tree and put ornaments up on it, right? and let's give everyone presents. And eventually it became, where they're televising, Christmas commercials, and oh, your family will be so happy if you have these toys. And I grew up looking at those commercials and thinking I was unhappy because I didn't have all these toys, right? And then yeah, now look at Christmas. So we have to make sure that doesn't happen to our traditions. When you do dua, we do dua. If you look at this here, I'm gonna read you something it says right here. It doesn't say on this one, but whenever you look at a dua, it'll say, Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa jal faraj, was seen reading this dua on this day. And he was asked what the best dua to read on this day. He said this dua. And so duas aren't stuff that just showed up. We learned that from our imams, right? We learned from, and why is that important, right? Yesterday I was talking to my friend, right? Look, if I drop your name on this, you don't want me to do that, let me know, right? But I was talking to Samad, right? And we were talking about du'as, and he said, well, the best thing to read is Quran, right? Like, well, yeah, that's true, but Prophet Muhammad said that I leave two things with you, like the Quran and my family, right? My household, and that both of them are important, right? And so, how do you know when to like Quran is the best thing you could recite, but so why am I reading this dua, this prayer, right? Why? Because it's the love for the Alawite that's taught to us by the Alawite. How would we know when to not read the Quran and read this dua? Do I kumel? Do I iftitah? Do I nur? Do I ohad? Right? Ahad. Do I mujir? These great duas, right? Well, why shouldn't I just read Surah Yasin, right? You should. You should also read this dua, right? As recommended by dollar bit, right? Bye bye. Sorry, allergies in the morning, dude. To be disgusting. Um. So today, inshallah, we're gonna have a great day, right? We're gonna start with the praise of Allah, Ya Qabido, Ya Qabido, Ya Qabido, withholder, the limiter, the one who stops blessings from getting to me, right? Please don't stop our blessings today. Answer all of our du'as, right? All of our du'as. Um, Allah can answer everyone's dua, give everybody everything they want, and have more than enough to give you. There's no reason we didn't want everything for our brothers and sisters in Islam. No reason, dude. There's no. It's just it's ridiculousness, right? Um, so we should always keep that in mind. And so today, one of my goals, a lofty goal, right, is to pray on time, right? As soon as namaz time hits, inshallah, I'm gonna try to do my namaz. Uh, I at least have no qaza namazes. If I could do that, that's huge, right? I wanted to break a habit, add a habit. So my break a habit is I'm gonna stop being uh lax about my namaz, right? And make a habit is this morning show, right? I'm gonna try to do this every day to get myself up. Like I said, so you can see the sun. Because if you think I recorded this last night, you're wrong. Got up and did it. And it's funny because by the time I send this out, a lot of people are gonna be on the road. Will have showered, will have read Quran, right? Maybe we'll recite some Quran tomorrow. I don't know the format. I just know that if I can, if there's an opportunity to inspire, I want to take it. I want to be the person who volunteers for it, stands up for it, does it. Because I have a lot of bad decisions, bad choices, ignorance to make up for if I'm going to get to where I want to get to, and that's as close to the elevate as heaven's supposed to be dope, dude. Like, you can't even imagine. Like my imagination has some pretty like here's lofty expectations of awesomeness, and heaven's way better than that. And I don't want to get there and be like, yo, how'd you get there? You know what I mean? That I don't want that to be me. Allah forgive all of my sins. Forgive the sins of our maroon, right? Forgive the sins of my father, daughter Moon. Inshallah, he's happy today. First Ramzan. Um, uh, let's do this too. I'm gonna go to duas.org and I'm gonna go over some of the things that Sync to do today. All right. To give us kind of an idea on what we can do, right? Um, yeah, you go to duos out, or there's a ton of duos to do for the first day. It's a lot. There's one. This is a min and 20 of the month of Ramadan. Here, let's do this one. Let's do it to recite first day after Fajr. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Oh Allah, the month of Ramadan is commenced. We have made obligatory upon you have made obligatory upon us to observe fasting during it. You revealed the Quran in it as guidance for the people and clear proofs of true guidance and distinction between right and wrong. Oh Allah, please help us observe fasting in it. Accept it from us. Receive it from us. We keep it sound and keep it sound for us with easiness and good health from you. I mean, verily you have the power over all things, right? That's a great dua, right? Make this easy. You know, when I pray for things, I try to do that. Is yeah, look, I want this and I want it easy. Why? Because I'm lazy, dog. Lazy, lazy, lazy. I want it, but I want it to be easy, right? Um, you should do Yaliho Yazim, Yakfuru Yari Manta Rabbul Azim Allazi La Yasaka Misli Shay. Recite that between every namaz. Um, and then there is Allahumma Faraj Uli. There's another dua. There's a couple duas. I'll get better about it. I'll plan better tomorrow, inshallah. If Allah wills it. Um, better for less rambling in the morning. But I don't know. I know I mumble, so if you guys can't hear me, don't know what I'm saying, let me know, and I'll intend to improve, and probably won't, but I'll listen to you. I don't want this to be a waste of my time. It's not a waste of my time already. If nobody listens, this has been a great way for me to get up in the morning. I'm contemplating whether or not I should go back to sleep, which would defeat the purpose of this, but it'd be so nice right now. It's cold, cold outside. The kids aren't even up yet. We got up for Sari, which is dope, and now they're gonna be getting up in a little bit. Um, here, you know what? I think I'm ready. I sent this out as the I sent this out as the intro with when I introduced the show. My friend Tony, God bless him, he came by and recorded for me. He was having a rough day yesterday, and I hit him up, and he came right over and helped me record this drop so I could send it to everybody, which is great. And, everybody pray for him because he's a really good guy. Hello, once again, yo. There was no guarantee I'd ever get to see yo, but here we are once again, my old friend. How long has it been? A whole year? How was yours? I spent mine living the grind, heading the stars in their wars. I got to visit Hogwarts, but it wasn't very magical. Maybe I should have visited Garbala, the land of the most tragical. I did see the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. They went back to back. A lot of people prayed for that. Their prayers were answered. All of them, this, that, those, and every other. Oh, yeah. England lost their Queen Mother, and the whole world shed tears. But me, I didn't even cry enough for the King of the Worlds to reappear. What else did I do? Oh, yeah. I waited in suspense for Dune 2, but I didn't attend the premiere of The New Moon. I spent a lot of time with the 14. I'm talking about my iPhone though, not the Masumin, but that's on me. Now this month is about you, making it easy for me to start new and be true. Maybe this time I'll understand how precious you really are. I saw my moon. I saw my star. There's no guarantee I'll ever see you again. But here we are now, you and me, Kareem, my old friend. Ramadan, Ramadan. Been gone for so long. I cherish every moment because soon you'll be gone. You came to see me again, my lifelong friend. You gave me the key to the gates of heaven. Lord have mercy. I'm so thirsty. I can't believe it's not even 11:30 in the morning. I'm usually snoring, but I've been up since I'm sock watching that clock. She prayed Fajr namaz on time today. What a shock. I don't know what's worse. I'm so hungry, my stomach hurts, and I just need some energy, maybe something little, like a Skittle or a Starburst. I just want to give my thirst to squirt, but I need to see the sunset first. It was designed beautifully for you and me to see by the creator of the universe. I need to hydrate. Head pounding so hard, even my eyes ache, all for your sake, because I love you. My word is bond and your word is the truth. Even though I don't do what you tell me to do and I like to do what you tell me not to, skipping my prayers and acting like I forgot to. I may be able to fool myself, but not you. Lucky for me, you are Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim too. I have no benefactor nor forgiver other than you. I am a sinner, this is true. Lucky for me, the extent of your mercy never under dispute. Although my position is low and destitute, this is the month of my retribution. O Lord of all creation, elevate the situation of me, my marhum, and my kin. I thank you for bringing us together once again. Me and my true homie, Ramadan Kareem. Ramadan, Ramadan. Been gone for so long. I'll cherish every moment because soon you'll be gone. You came to see me again, my lifelong friend. You gave me the key to the gates of heaven. What are you on? What are you on? Ramadan, no shaitan. The force is stronger in this month, more precious than any other, Laylatul Qadr, and the birthday of Imam Hassan. Revelation of the Quran. Curses on the one with the sword and the poison, Ibn Muljam, the murderer of Abu Talib's son, leader of the Muslim nation, the most perfect creation forged from the light, a demonstration of Allah's might. He's the lion and the guide to the path. That's right. What do I have left? This month is the best banquet organized on Allah's behest. I got my invitation for participation, an honored guest. Fasting until the sun sets in the west side is the best side. Nothing gonna kill my Ramadan vibes. I wish I may. I wish I might. First star I see tonight. I hope to see the new moon too. My friend Ramadan, I've been missing you. Before I know, you'll be gone again. I hope I live to see you again. Ramadan, Ramadan. You'll be gone for so long. May my life be extended until you return. Allah grant me mercy so I could see you again. You are the key to the gates of heaven. Ramadan, Ramadan, been gone for so long. I'll cherish every moment because soon you'll be gone. You came to see me again, my lifelong friend. You gave me the key to the gates of heaven. Allah bless the Masameen. Every one of them returned my Imam to me. No hesitation. Muhammad wa ala Muhammad salawat. Allahumma sallallahu wa ala Muhammad wa ala that might be a good place for me to end today's first broadcast. The sun's coming up. I probably have some kids to get ready for school. Um, we'll meet again tomorrow. Please, if you listen to today's broadcast, you like it, shoot me a message. If you want to be on it, shoot me a message. I'll shoot you the link on how we can participate. And please, let's have a blessed day. Let's fast like the what was that? Let me find that duo again. Here it is. Let's fast. Let's have the fast of the true fasters and the worship of the worshipers, right? Today, when this probably first comes on, keep me and my family in mind in your duas. And I mean that. You know, Hazrat Ali says that who fasts and asks dua right before he opens his fast, the dua will be kabul. Kabul means granted, right? That's real. That's not a if and or but. That is ask for important dua. Do Yaqabido 1,003 times, right? I don't know how many times we did it, but here, but they count too, right? Yaqabido, 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 the withholder, the restrainer, the one who keeps things from me, the one who stops me from getting benefits, the one who think about what that means, right? The Yaqabido, the restrainer is the name of Allah. This Allah wants you to know that I limit you, I withhold from you, right? You think that people keep things from you. Nobody could keep things from you that I don't. That's what Allah's telling you. You want to blame somebody else for you not getting something? No, it's Allah who doesn't give it to you, right? Well, I'm my withholder, my restrainer. Do not restrain from me today. Make today amazing day. You know, for those who know Surah Nasr, Bismillah ar-Rahman Idha ja'a nasrullahi wal fath. ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. Recite that 41 times any day. You'll have an amazing day. Guarantee you, right? Things you could do to de-stress yourself, right? The right psychological, emotional mindset is going to go a long way for you in life, and especially a day like today when people are going to get cranky, right? Rosa's tough, dude. You know, some people it's easier than others, right? And Rosa's tough on me, dude. I'm probably gonna pass out the last couple hours of my Rosa, and so up to do that, right? But let's not waste our day of not eating and not drinking and not by doing gibbat, by gossiping, by thinking ill on about other people, by not helping people, looking at things we're not to, listening to things we're not supposed to, right? You know, let's use Ramadan to become the types of people that all of us want to be, that I want to be. Pray for me. If you don't want to do that for you, pray for me because I need to be saved, dog. Like you know, this man needs to be saved. That is me, and please pray for that. You know, I don't know. Inshallah tomorrow. Same fast time, same fast channel. No, you guys don't even get that joke, dude. That's how old I is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's a Batman reference, right? But not like Christian Bale Batman or who's the dude who plays him now? He's a guy from like Twilight or something, right? Not Ben Affleck. Like this is original, like Adam West Batman. You know, Adam West ain't even alive anymore. He used to be the mayor of Quahog. I don't even know what Quahog is. You know, that's like a new reference to me, but that's probably outdated reference for you guys, right? Anyways, what time did I start? I think I've been at this for about half an hour. So without further ado, tonight, you know, let's have our proper you know, let's pray namaz on time today. Tonight, it's Tuesday night. You know, I recommend it is recommended, right, to do hadith sigisa, dua tawassul, dua iftitah. There's some daily duas for Ramadan. I may or may not post those online later. You know, but this is so who are you kidding me, right? And so way back tomorrow. Allahumma